Alright, sounds good.
Alright. Yeah, whenever you're ready to have me go, we'll go and see what
Let's
happens.
do it.
Alright.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'll need
I
it.
don't know
Thank
what
you.
to expect. I've never seen this game.
Alright, well, I should be able to run it. So this is a little off the cuff. Let's just go. So this is Live a Live. This is an RPG by Squaresoft that never really got localized and brought to the US. I'm doing a translation patch because I think it's more fun that way if we can tell what's going on. I'm going to be doing an individual level run to fill some time. This is Obero's chapter, the ninja chapter. I believe it's the most speedrun friendly chapter in the game because there's 4 different categories, a ton of different routes. It's just... there are so many options for moving through the level. Like I said, this should take about 45 minutes in the worst case. My PB is 36 minutes. I don't expect to make that because I'm going to be doing some safety strats. We start with 3 minutes of intro because... oh wow, this game has a lot of story to it. The basic plot of the ninja chapter is... this is a bad dude by the name of Ode. And he is trying to start a war in one of the more tumultuous times in Japan's history. You are a ninja by the name of Obero who is sent to 1. Rescue a dignitary from his dungeon, and 2. Kill the dude. And aside from that, you're free to do whatever you want. You can kill everyone in the castle, you can leave everyone alive. And how you do that changes how you move through the chapter. We don't need to manipulate names, because at least in the translation patch, the text will draw the entire name as one character, so we don't have to do anything silly with renaming Obero. We'll just call him Obero. And here we receive the thing that will make the chapter easy for us, make it unique. Obero has a cloak that will let him become invisible whenever I press Y, and we'll be using that rather significantly as we move through the chapter. And this is a lovely intro cutscene that lasts about another minute or so, minute and a half. I mean, the plot is, as I've explained it already, you're going in to rescue this dignitary by the name of Ryoma. We will be rescuing him during the chapter. You actually don't have to do it, but I do it, and I'll explain why when we get there. Ultimately, my goal will be to avoid combat as much as possible. I believe that I will fight all the bosses, because you have to, but I'll kill 4 people otherwise. And again, I'll explain that when I get there. So, I will be using a slightly safer route than the route I use when I go for World Record IL runs. I'll be doing some safety saves. I'll explain why I do them when I do them. And we'll see what happens, you know? I've got enough time that I can make a mistake or two, so we'll just roll with it and have fun. Okay. And so it begins. I pronounce the game Live a Live. I've heard people pronounce it Live Alive, Live Alive, Live a Evil because of the text, the way it's backwards. Alright. So the very first thing that's really important about moving through this chapter is running is guaranteed. And there's some places where you can just run from combat and continue like this. I'll be doing that a lot, especially if I make a mistake. I'm mashing through the text here, but a very important mechanic gets explained here, the password system. The guards all use a password, and the way it works is the guard will tell you the word mountain, and you have to respond, and if you respond with the wrong word, they attack you, and you can't flee. So that's a huge time loss if you mess it up. And the way they explain it to you is, well, that's bad luck. The way they explain it to you is that if a guard tells you mountain, whoopsie, you should respond with river. But it's not that simple. There's also a bell that rings. And for now I can say river and I'm fine. But when the bell rings, the password changes. And the way the password changes is really simple, but kind of hard to understand if you don't have a guide with you to, reference. And the way it works is every time the bell rings, the password will change between the words river and origin. We're going to use the cloak here to mess with this guy and just clip through him. And zoom around here. There's a hole in the floor here. If you fall through it, you fall down to the bottom and end up in a fight, and we don't want that. We pick up a key here, which we'll use in a moment. Drop down here, and this is where I'm going to do my first safety save. Usually I wouldn't do this, but actually no. We're going to wait on the safety save. We're going to use the cloak again. Like this, and we're just gonna wait, and this is a portion of RNG. Eventually the guard will notice I'm gone, and like an idiot, open the door. See ya, sucker. The mice, if you make contact with a mouse, it will squeak and stop your movement for a moment, and if you're being chased by something, that's really bad. Come out here. You have the option to kill those guys. There's no point in doing it because the door I just came out of is locked anyway, but we're going to go in here. And we're actually going to do a very short grind, and this is actually a modification to the route I've made. We need to be level 6, so we're going to equip up. Actually, I messed up a little bit there. We want this boot. Okay, there's the bell. So the password is now origin. So we're going to grind here to level 6, and the reason we're going to do that is this is the best experience I can access right now. The enemies respawn. I actually don't want to talk to the woman in the corner because she'll attack me, and at the level I'm at, I will be very, very, very dead. At this point, I should be level 5 or 6 already, but I've been avoiding all combat. So we're just going to grind here. I need to come in and out 3 times, or 4, until I'm level 6. And the reason I'm grinding to 6 will be made clear in a second, just bear with me. Combat, as you can see, is grid-based. Yeah, the right on is pretty cool, isn't it? But yeah, combat is grid-based. The battle mechanics are really kind of strange. As you fight, there's a time system. It's a kind of a like Final Fantasy Tactics time system ticking in the background. Flame Arts is really good, by the way. And I'm going to grab these for healing. But the time system doesn't work quite right. If you take an action, the enemy will instantly get a move. These guys are passive, they won't attack me, so it doesn't matter, but it becomes really important when I'm fighting bosses. And no, I won't actually kill the woman for a couple reasons. The main one being I would need to be about level 8 to survive that fight, and I'm not going to get to level 8 until the end of the chapter. The very end, actually. I finished the chapter at level 8, which is woefully underleveled. I forgot to split about 2 minutes ago. That's okay. You can't see my splits anyway. So I'm just grinding out on these guys. I'm using the X button to call the last command I used, and I'm spamming Flame Arts over and over again. Flame Art is one of the better attacks that Oboro will have access to until level 7. Where he'll get Strength of the Ninja, which is what I'll use for the rest of the chapter. And we're almost done with the grind, and then we'll move on. We're not quite done with ghosts yet. We'll see a couple more. So, you know, if you've grown attached to the ghost, don't worry, there'll be a couple more of them. Yeah, it is basically Fireball Jutsu. This is like Naruto, the game, the Live a Live chapter, the RPG, the movie, the breakfast cereal, the flamethrower. That should do it. Alright, so why did I grind to 6? This is why. Shuriken Storm. Shuriken Storm is going to carry me to rescuing Ryoma. So we're going to go down here. And we're going to kind of go in a loop. What am I doing? I want to go this way. Can you tell I'm a little nervous yet? Yeah. That's okay, we'll just flee from this guy. I don't like his face. Put the cloak up. And see ya, sucker. You've seen this part before, but unfortunately I have to get to 6 before I can continue, so I have to make this loop. This is actually, believe it or not, faster than the original world record route for this chapter. By 2 minutes. And you'll see why as I continue on. So this guy's going to be real mad at me, so we're going to safety save here. And this is why we needed Shuriken Storm. Oh, good spawn pattern. This guy can kill me. Like, not just a little bit, he can kill me dead. 2 shots, I'm gone. So we needed a ranged attack to be able to handle him, and that's where Shuriken Storm comes in. This is always a real nervous fight for me, because as he inches closer and closer, I hope my shurikens can take him down. He gives us the basement key, which is real important over here. So this is Ryoma. We're gonna rescue him. Just kidding, no we're not. So guess what? More ghosts. The trick here is there's a boss in here who is currently invisible. The only way I can fight her effectively is to kill all the ghosts and then engage her. If I engage her without killing the ghosts, at the end of the fight she'll just respawn. So we kind of have to run in a circle for a moment, killing all the ghosts. Luckily, since I'm level 6, this is pretty quick, and this is the last time we'll be grinding on anything, and we'll actually just run through the rest of the chapter without stopping. This is actually a pretty tight time window. If you're too slow, the ghosts will respawn and you've lost a ton of time. But I haven't had that happen in a while, and hopefully this isn't the first time in a long time that it happens. Yeah, Oboro is a Ghostbuster in training. We haven't really gotten to the real scary part of the chapter yet, but we're coming there soon. This is the last ghost. Who did the translation? Aeon Genesis did this translation. So, this is an interesting character who seems to be some kind of Western Christian missionary who works for Ode. I don't fully understand. But if you try to engage her without killing all the ghosts, she'll just mock you, fight you, and then respawn when you win. We're gonna feed her some more shurikens, because shurikens are part of a balanced diet when you're a ninja, apparently. This is all kind of an alternate path that you don't have to take to progress through the chapter, but it's really worth it. It'll save time in the end, because what you get makes everything so much easier. Okay, she's using reverse cross on me, that's what I want. And I'm just moving, so she has to move to be able to hit me again. That's kind of the thing that... There we go. That's kind of a thing that you have to learn if you want to run this game, is attack patterns and where you can move to force the enemy into a bad position. It's kind of like a chess game. So I get Maria's Veil, but that's not what I wanted. What I wanted was the guy who just face-planted like an idiot into the middle of this pit. This is Ryoma. We gotta be a little careful here. There's a dialogue choice I need to make correctly. If you say yes to that, he'll just kind of like mock you for lying to him. Alright, I freed Ryoma. So, we're gonna equip him with the, actually, yeah, we want him to have that. We're gonna equip him with the stuff we've looted so far. And then we're gonna head out of here. Okay, so the password is back to river now. I hope. And now we can continue the chapter. I call this the VIP room because these guys all look kind of important. I rarely get through here without a problem, to be quite honest. Oh wow, this is a bad pattern. Ah! Okay, we made it. So we talk to this guy. The password should be river. Yep, okay. Shinobi birdlime, very important item. If you don't know what birdlime is, it's a, basically a tar trap or a glue trap. And we're going to be using that on a boss later to make the fight easier. Hey, get in the door, dude. Go up here. These floor tiles just kind of like disappear and reappear on a pattern. That's an attack item we're going to use later, very important. And down here we're going to do safety save number 2. Because there is a 3 or 4 frame window trick that's coming up, and if I mess it up I lose 4 minutes. And I messed it up. That's the worst thing that could happen. So, you saw I was running back and forth there. I was trying to buffer some inputs to time running across that floor opening. Let's try it again. Ah. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, my hands are a little jittery. There we go, we got it. Second attempt. That would only completely rip my run if I was going for world record. But we're not, so it's all good. We're gonna go in here and pick up a couple of more items. And we're just kind of moving around through this really maze-like area. You have to memorize it. This is a puzzle fight. What you're supposed to do is navigate through this entire like series of stuff and then hit the trapper at the end. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna throw a shuriken at him. No problem. Easy peasy. This fight actually worries me a little bit because the shuriken I throw has about a 5% chance to not kill the dude. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Nope, we're good. That shuriken can throw 1 to 8 kunai, even though it's called a shuriken. Any result but 1 will kill the dude. If you throw 1, you have to do a backup strat that costs about 45 seconds. Here we're going to do a cross slice here to kill 4 things at once to give us as much experience as possible. Things that break down don't give you experience, and we want to hit level 7 before the next boss. Okay, another cross slice here for 4 kills. And we're gonna go up here and finish off our level 7, which should be 2 more fights. This should give us 7, and you'll see why I'm going for 7. Cool. that gives us Strength of the Ninja, which is what I'm going to be doing with Oboro for the rest of forever. There we go. All optimized, and we're gonna drop down here and you go up here, talk to the door, and this guy is going to invite me to have tea. I don't trust him. He really wants me to sit on that pillow. Alright, we're gonna safety save right here, because if I'm gonna die, this is where it's gonna happen. We're gonna say we don't trust him, we're not gonna have his tea, and he'll come out and fight us. First thing to do, kill the hell out of these enemies. We do that with a scroll. If you don't do that, they'll self-destruct and do about 100 damage each, and then I'm just plain dead. We're gonna pass on Ryoma and start priming a Strength of the Ninja here, because I need to charge it. It's a charge move. Ryoma has a gun that will level down the target, which is a wonderful thing. And hopefully we should be okay now. Ganai has some really dangerous abilities, but they're all ranged abilities, and now that I have Ryoma tanking in his face, we should be safe. Basically my MO here is to just waste time with Oboro and spam shots with Ryoma. And the reason for that is all Oboro can really do that's effective is Strength of the Ninja. So we just want to do this. And it's a nice safe pattern, and Ganai is actually being really nice to me. That was amazing. He only hit me once. I don't even understand. So you're supposed to take that fight with both Oboro and Ryoma, and you're supposed to be about level 10 to 12 when you do it. I'm level 7. You know? It's a little scary. Whoops. We're gonna safety save again because I'm being a little paranoid. These guys are also danger time. They are a form of priest. And they are danger. So they have this ability that can just wreck me if I'm not careful. And it's called Mysterious Flute. Is there RNG manip? Not yet. There is the possibility of RNG manip. It hasn't really been worked out yet. I have a friend who's working on it. But for now, it's just kind of movement and routing optimization. The original... Oh, there's Mysterious Flute. Ouch. Yeah, see, that hurts. That's danger time. So, where was I? Yes. It's just mostly movement optimization. I have a friend who's working on RNG manip. It's doable, but we're not quite there yet. The original world record for this chapter did some movement manip, but it took 4 minutes, and I just, instead of doing the manip, I pick up Ryoma and use him to tank. So, you know, it kind of comes out in the end, and it's a lot easier to just do... Yeah, you can flute Ryoma, I don't care. It's a lot easier to just get Ryoma. We should be okay. If I get in real trouble, I can just bail and use a scroll and finish this guy off. Yeah, he's gonna flute me. That's okay. We're in good shape. Cool. That went well. I'm doing an obsessive amount of safety saves because I'm, you know, paranoid. If I had not rescued Ryoma and had gotten this far with just Oboro solo, this is where Ryoma would rejoin me anyway, and I actually wouldn't have to do this fight. But we have strats for this fight. Oh, we have strats. Okay, that's fine. And then we use, where is it, the fusion scroll. Let's try this. That should do it. One of them may survive it. Nope, they're all dead. Cool. And now we get to face Ode, right? Right? This is the end, right? Nah, he's got more tricks. So now we get to fight a ghost. This is a different ghost, though. This one is not passive. This one is scary. This is the spirit of Miyamoto Musashi, who, if you've brushed up on your Japanese history, is a rather important figure, and I'm getting very, very far away from him as fast as possible. Rule 1 of fighting Musashi: never, ever, ever stand diagonal to him. His diagonal attack will do 300 damage to you and ruin your day. We're gonna throw the bird lime at him, and it's just gonna wreck him, and then we're gonna shoot him to lower his level. So now that we've gotten out of his danger zone, we should be okay. Two-blade style is what I want to see. It's his weakest attack. Two-blade swallow return is not so good, but we'll be okay, I think. Actually, let's prime another strength of the ninja, because I think we'll need it. That's completely off target. He should move into it. Let's see if he does. Yeah. I'm gonna wait to heal, actually. I think we're gonna be okay. As you can see, two-blade swallow return kind of wrecked my damage output. I'm gonna use a safety heal here. He decided not to use the ability that will ruin my day. That's fine. Okay, good. That's a huge load off. You didn't see, but he has a diagonal ability called the, what was it called? Bishop of Swallow Pass, I believe it's called. And if you get hit with that, you're just dead. It's over. GG. Hit me with the dangerous stuff. What I want her to do is use an ability called Sexiness. Yeah, that. That gets the target drunk. That's all it does. I don't really care. When Ryoma gets drunk, he can't use his gun. That's kind of bad. Cold Touch is what I don't want to see. Here's why. It hurts, it heals her, and it wastes a bunch of time doing stat counting. Okay, she's gonna be... This is gonna be one of those fights. Basically, if she spams Cold Touch, I'm dead and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm actually gonna back away from her and try to encourage her to use a different attack. Okay, Grudge Inferno I'm okay with. So I'm just gonna kite her around a little bit to try to prevent her from using Cold Touch. And as you can see, I can't use my gun. So I'm just gonna hit Y to pass time and let Obero's attacks do all the work. Yes, that's what I want to see. So Obero is going to be the MVP here. That's not a good one. Okay, Ryoma's legs are broken. But that's okay, he doesn't need to move anymore as long as she doesn't come in and start spamming Cold Touch again. One more should do it. Can I shoot? Yes, I can. I'd like to level her down. It didn't work, though. That's okay. This fight is going a little bit longer than it usually does, just because she decided to use Cold Touch a couple times. So I'm just gonna smack her with my sword and hope it finishes the fight. Cool. Good. Okay. So if I were going for an IL thing, I would actually skip this part. But since we're doing a marathon, also never select kill here. It's really easy to spam and hit kill. But I'm going to actually pick this up because I want to show it off and because I want the extra boost for the final fight. If you wait here after that maid runs off, she'll come back. And she will give me the most broken item in the game, the medicine box. The medicine box is an infinite use heal that can just be used anytime I want and has a huge range. It's really quite something, but I'm actually going to do something silly and equip it. And you may be wondering why I'm going to equip it. It actually gives me 30 intelligence, and that's what Strength of the Ninja keys off of, so it's going to make Strength of the Ninja hit a lot harder, and it's going to make the coming fight a lot easier. In any percent run, I equip it to bring it to the final chapter. And yeah, where it says kill or accept the gift from the maid, if you kill her, you ruin an any percent run. You've screwed yourself. Reset. I've done that before. It's actually really unfortunate. This guy's a pushover. I actually don't want to be diagonal to him. So we're just going to shoot him and Strength of the Ninja him a couple of times and he'll be dead. He shoots me with his sticky fluid. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I do runs of all the chapters, and I've done an any percent run of the whole game. If you want to check out the chapters in the any percent run, we have a speedrun.com leaderboard that I mod. There's about 4 of us that run the game off and on. And Odie's dead. He's dead, right? 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 No, he's not dead. He wants to take it outside. Obero is not one to ever refuse a fight, so we're gonna take it outside. He wants to fight on the roof. So we're gonna go all Quentin Tarantino on his rear, his behind, his lower quarters. I'm trying not to say ass. Ah, dang, I said it.
That's it. We can't have nice things.
Yeah, it's over. Welcome to this ugly jerk. He's gonna get Ryoma drunk in a hurry, so I want to get the level down out as soon as possible. Well, that didn't work. So if you have any status effect, you can't use Quick Draw Wolf Fang. I don't know why. What we don't want to see from this guy is an attack called Drink Blood, which is a huge heal for him. If he does that, we're just kind of screwed. Yeah, I have a Twitch account. Can someone link that for me? So this fight is just basically getting into this safe pattern, and then hoping he doesn't spam Drink Blood. Also, this music is some of the best in the game. This is my second favorite song. My favorite is the final boss theme. I'm gonna shut up a little bit and let you listen to it. We're actually in danger zone here. Ryoma can be one-shot. He's not using Drink Blood so far. That's making me real happy. Pass, start a Strength of the Ninja, and then heal. Thanks, Quick Flash. Basically, I'm just hoping that the Frog Snake Demon doesn't drop Drink Blood on me. It looks like I have this under control, but my heart is beating out of my chest right now. If he drops that on me and just decides to be a jerk, he'll kill me. Okay. So that's the end of the chapter. That's the last fight. There's about 3 minutes of outro, and for the individual levels we do JRTA. I can tell you this isn't even close to a PB because I use safety strats. Feasel, do we need to talk for the 3-minute outro, or should we just move on to the next run?
Let's see the status of our next run here. We can keep going through it for now.
Okay. So, one more thing happens here. Ryoma will invite me to join him instead of remaining a shinobi here in Japan. He wants to journey around and unify Japan, basically. I can either accept or refuse that offer. It has absolutely no bearing on the plot. I basically just take the offer because I can mash A. Also, at this point, if you do a pacifist run without killing anybody, Ryoma will give you his sword. I can tell you that I just missed my PB. This is going to be about a 38-minute run when it's all over. So I'm just mashing A here to go through the dialogue as fast as possible. And this is a beautiful moment where Ryoma looks at the rising sun and reflects on how a new day will rise for Japan. Ryoma is actually a historical figure. You can actually look him up. What was his name? Ryoma Sakamoto, I think is his name. So he's actually a dude who was actually significant in Japanese history. And yeah, the credits just kind of roll like they do at the end of every chapter. There's a short credit sequence where they show who designed the chapter, because in Live a Live, every chapter was written and designed by a different artist, and it was a collaborative effort. And they brought 7 chapters together and then added 2 more chapters as a finale that were done by the original developers, and it's just this wonderful work of art, and I'm so passionate about it. I did all this work to put together a speedrun for it because I wanted more people to see the game. And I kind of hope that a couple of you like what you saw and you go give it a shot. It's a wonderful game to play casually. It's kind of an easy experience. It's real chill. You just kind of sink in and enjoy the story. Every one of the 9 chapters is a completely different mini game, kind of. 45 minutes as a speedrun. You know. Probably 2 to 3 hours when done casually. And it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. I definitely recommend grabbing the translation patch and giving it a shot. That went really well. I'm relieved. I want to see what my final time is. It should be a 38:50 or so, because we end when the credits end. You can pronounce the game however you want. I call it Live a Live. You can call it Live Alive, Live Alive, Live and Evil, Live and Evil. It's whatever moves you. Whatever floats your boat.
Wow, well, thanks for stepping in here. We didn't give Trysdyn any kind of prep time. We were just ahead of the schedule, and we said we need something, and he jumped right in. That's fantastic. Turned out to be a very entertaining run. I think a thing that a lot of people might not have seen before, so maybe they saw something they really liked. It sure looks like a well-made game.
It is
and
a
you
wonderful
played it well,
game.
so thank you.
And
Trysdyn's one of our volunteers. He's been doing a lot of work for us, so I bet he hasn't slept too much.
I just woke up and went into hosting, so I'm okay, but I'm gonna go adrenaline crash after this, if you don't mind.